My prediction of $2 million in today's dollars is exactly the same as Michael Saylor's prediction of $13 million in 21 years. Mm-hmm. See, because I just said today's dollars. All he's done is put compound interest for 21 years on $2 million to get to $13 million. Or not him, but that's how the math works, okay?
Yeah.
Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Somebody said that. I don't know who it is, but it is true. It's an exponential growth of your debt because of compound interest. It's too late. It's over. You cannot get out of this debt spiral.
Popular Bitcoin bull, Greg Foss, has maintained a bold $2 million price prediction for Bitcoin since at least 2021. Back then he argued that Bitcoin's true value far exceeds its current price, and that it also functions as a reliable hedge against declining fiat currency value. According to Foss, Bitcoin serves as credit protection against a basket of fiat currencies, including the US dollar, which is losing approximately 8% of its value each year, despite the fact that it's the world's reserve currency. We are now stuck in a global debt spiral, which is inescapable and will only continue to accelerate the longer it goes on. Make sure to watch to the end of this video where Greg Foss articulates how Bitcoin is the strongest asset for protecting wealth and why we are looking at exponential gains in the years ahead. Also, if you enjoy listening to crypto-related content, please show your support by liking and subscribing to this channel by following the link in my bio. And get access to my free daily crypto updates and expert predictions direct to your inbox. Each newsletter contains market intelligence, on-chain data and latest updates from experts in the crypto space. All of this is available completely free of charge. Signing up only takes a moment and you can always change your mind later on. Now back over to Greg Foss.
Well, let's start with over the last year, some of the progress that's been made. You can talk about the ETFs, but they were inevitable. They started in Canada a couple of years earlier than it was in the United States. So it's hard to believe that Canada was a leader in the ETF space, the Bitcoin ETF space, but yeah, we were. We expected it to come to the US. What's really important is what the research that BlackRock's putting out right now on Bitcoin and grasping some of the nuggets that the Bitcoin community has been using for literally 8 years. You know, the concept of digital gold. Pretty simple, but you know, it's when BlackRock says it, it has a little bit more penetration within the community. They say it's a non-correlated asset, a risk-off asset. Now, I don't believe that it'll trade as a risk-off asset in the next downturn, and I believe that it will probably still be correlated. There'll be hedge funds that will short Bitcoin to hedge their equity exposure or other TradFi asset exposure. But in my opinion, they shouldn't be, because I think of Bitcoin as a risk-off asset. As you know, I valued Bitcoin using credit default swaps on sovereign debt and was able to come up with a valuation of Bitcoin based on the debt metrics, the market that I had grown up with for 30 years, the debt markets. And everybody should know that the debt markets are far more important than the equity markets. They tend to get things and sniff things out earlier. It's amazing what BlackRock is saying. There was the headline that I won't be able to say it verbatim, but they basically said BlackRock suggests owning Bitcoin as a hedge to the $35 trillion of debt, of U.S. debt, in case that shouldn't mature or roll over. And we've been saying that the whole time, right? Like, it's the debt spiral, the mathematics, do the math. It's so simple when you see the metrics of the fiscal situation in the US, but also in every other G7 nation in the world, as well as all the other 200 countries that aren't in the top economies. Everybody runs the same playbook. So BlackRock saying it is extremely important. Did the price get to where we want? It's still a rounding error. You can't look at what the next $10,000 fiat dollar move in Bitcoin is. Look out 5 years, and I believe that you'll be talking. But let's start with over the last year, some of the progress that's been made. You can talk about the ETFs, but they were inevitable. they started in Canada a couple of years earlier than it was in the United States. So it's hard to believe that Canada was a leader in the ETF space, the Bitcoin ETF space. But yeah, we were. We expected it to come to the US. What's really important is what the research that BlackRock's putting out right now on Bitcoin and grasping some of the nuggets that.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for news and expert predictions direct to your inbox.